like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night
What
we
up?
make
What up?
movies about.
What up? It's your boy, Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn's channel, Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. There we go. Get this adjusted right. Man. What up? How we feeling? Let's talk about this episode of WandaVision, episode 5. Man, where do we start? Lot of stuff went down this episode. Oh man. Okay. So last week, the episode ends with Monica Rambeau getting kicked out of the world, and the last words we hear is, "It's Wanda. It's all Wanda." So now we're in the 80s. Family ties theme. So the episode starts with them having the kids. The kids, they're just doing their family ties thing, growing the twins. Man. This episode, so much went down. It starts right then when they're having trouble putting the kids to sleep, and then Agnes comes in, and she offers to give the kids, puts the kids to sleep, and Vision's like, well, I don't know if we should do this one. And then Agnes just breaks character. She's like, should we do it again? You want to take it from the top? And they're like, what? And then Vision's like, what is going on? So this is what I liked about this episode. Vision was my favorite thing in this episode. As he slowly starts to realize what's going on, I'm not going to give the blow by blow, but it was just the things that I really liked about this episode. Vision's whole arc in this episode, when every time he starts to realize what's going on, when he pulls Wanda to the side, he's like, Wanda, are you seriously not seeing what I'm seeing? I love it. And then when he's at work, so we're finally figuring out what's going on in this show. It looks like Wanda just might be the villain. She did some boss stuff in this episode. The dude who plays Monica Rambeau's boss, the douchey white dude, he's turned out to be just like what we thought. He's turned out to be a douche. Why you try to kill Wanda, bro? That was the most piss poor attempt to kill Wanda ever. I mean, come on, man. You deserve to be fired just for that whack attempt to try to kill Wanda. Come on, man. Oh, just in case you guys hadn't noticed by the title, spoiler alert, and I'm already 3 minutes in and I'm just now reading spoiler, but spoiler alert, man, come on. If you ain't watching WandaVision, why are you even here? That's what we're talking about, though. So, the big spoiler that we'll get to, we'll talk about that towards the end. Or at least, I'm sorry, it's what happens at the end. The return of Evan Peters as Pietro Maximoff. Yes, if you guys remember, those of my nerds who know and all those who in the know who've been keeping up with this, he played Quicksilver in the X-Men universe, and now it looks like he's playing Quicksilver in the MCU. What? Mind blown. It was crazy. It was a crazy moment. Now, I knew the way I figured we were going to get a Pietro, but I didn't think it was going to be Evan Peters. So that was a good one. And of course, it had been rumored and everything, but you can never really trust these rumors, but there you go. This was a good one. A couple of my other favorite moments from the episode. After the dude made the stupid attempt to try to kill Wanda, it was just so stupid. When she goes through the barrier, dragging the the drone behind her, she just tosses the drone, and she's like, yo, y'all gonna stop trying to mess with my happiness. And Monica talks to her, she's like, come on, Wanda, you don't want to do this. She's like, I know what I'm doing. But all that was great. The gangster's part, and I felt like it was a nod to her father Magneto's when he did it in the first X-Men movie. When she had all the dudes turn the guns on him, I was like, ooh, Wanda ain't playing. She ain't playing. That was so crazy. It was I love how Margot Darcy and Jimmy Woo, Jimmy Woo, Darcy, and Monica Rambeau all working together is really cool. I like they're the little human team, because the other dude, he's a douche, so we can't trust him. We can't trust him. Oh, by the way, so we get confirmation that Monica Rambeau's uniform that turned into the 60s clothing or the 70s clothing, whatever. So it was Wanda manipulated it, and it turned out it was all Kevlar, and she just turned her Kevlar into the uniform. So now she got a bulletproof 70s uniform. That might come in handy. So that's crazy. It was all crazy. What else? The scene, the scene where okay, so here's the thing. I almost forgot about the kids. Yeah. So the kids, they start off as the babies when Agnes is doing the scene where she wants to hold them, and then they stop crying and they're like, "Where are the kids?" And then they're out of the crib, and they turn around and they're like 5 years old standing at the tip. So the kids are growing exponentially, and then they get the dog, and they're like, "Hey, you can't get the dog. You guys aren't old enough to take care of a dog. Not until you're 10 years old." And then they age themselves up again to be 10. And then I like this scene a lot. When the dog dies from eating the plants, whatever, they was about to age themselves up again to get over the grief, and Wanda was like, "No, you have to deal with this. You have to deal with death is part of life, and you have to deal with it." Like, you giant hypocrite. How you gonna tell your kids that when you literally brought Vision back to life? Speaking of which, we also get confirmation that Wanda broke into Sword and stole Vision's dead body. Wanda's on some freaky shit, man. Okay? She brought Vision back to life and resurrected him and then raped him. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. But, man, this is weird on so many different levels. But, yeah. So what else happens in this episode? So we learned that Darcy's calling it the Hex, what's going on because of the hexagon shape. There was the scene. So last week, some viewers had noticed that when they were doing the character, when they had the bulletin board with all the people, they were identifying all the people of the city, somebody had zoomed in and read the paragraph from one of the dudes. And that scene came about talking about how Vision opened, he basically woke dude up from Wanda's nightmare, and the dude was fucking tripping. He was like, "It's crazy, it's insane, you gotta help me, you gotta stop her, you gotta stop her." He was in nuts. He was so bad, Vision had to put him back under. And Monica had mentioned the same type of feeling when they asked her what it was like for her. So, yeah, Wanda's doing some dirt, man. And Vision confronts her about it, and they get into this huge argument where he was like, "You can't control me, Wanda, like you control everybody else." She was like, "Oh, can't I?" And she's like, "What is outside of Westview? What is outside of Westview? I have to know." She's like, "There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there for you but death, Vision." She didn't say that, but that's my feeling. Yeah, man, this was a really good episode. We're starting to get a lot of answers. We're getting a lot of answers. The whole, like I said, I love Vision's arc. I love how Wanda is just becoming the villain. When she walked out of the barrier, dragging the drone behind her, and was like, psh. And then she got all the, ooh, yeah, Wanda's on it. She's getting powerful, man. They talk about how powerful she's becoming. I love how they reference the fact how she almost killed Thanos. They say she almost single-handedly killed Thanos, and then they had that obscure story of Captain Marvel, and they kind of hinted at that there might be some kind of beef between Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel. I don't know. So many Easter eggs, so many hints as to what's going on in the future. I loved the argument between Vision and Wanda. When they both started floating up in the air, Vision's like, "What is going on? What is going on? You got to tell me what's going on." But man, this was another good episode. Bravo Disney. Bravo Marvel. I never thought you guys would have did the whole thing bringing in Evan Peters. Are we still going to get the original Pietro at some point? Are we going to get a Pietro face-off? I don't know. But I'm here for whatever they're going to do. I'm loving it all. There was another time with Monica mentioned she has to bring in a high-end, a super smart engineer to build something, and I was like, who's that going to be? Easter eggs just were aplenty in this episode. They were just everywhere. This is another great episode. This show continues to impress me every week. I know I'm missing stuff. Like I said, they brought the dog. We done talked about the dog. There's a lot happened in this episode. And I'm pretty sure I'm skipping over some stuff, but I think I hit all the major points. Yeah, man, ending on that cliffhanger of her brother coming back, but it's the X-Men, it's the Quicksilver from the X-Men movies. Thumbs up, Marvel. You guys just, what else are you guys gonna do? So this is episode 5. I think we got 4 episodes left. What are you guys gonna whip on us? What are you guys gonna do now? Are you guys enjoying WandaVision? Let me know. You gotta let me know what you guys are thinking about WandaVision. Leave your comments. Leave your theories. If you're gonna do spoilers, I don't care. You guys know we all watching it here together. We chopping it up as family, discussing this great show. So let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I will be leaving for Punta Cana in less than 48 hours. And I will be plenty of footage coming from Punta Cana. I'm super excited about that. But until next time, when we're talking about more WandaVision, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications. And until next time, you know how we do.
I'ma go.
Peace.